Hello, my name is Elena Druber, and with my group, we are going to tell you about our opinion on the subject of privacy. Today, with the use of different social networks and the advancement of these, we ask ourselves, nothing is private. Here are our different opinions of the subject.
There is no privacy on the internet. It is difficult to believe that it exists at this time. Over the years, we have obtained evidence related to this issue, such as the National Security Agency Data Center in Utah became fully operational by 2014. It costs about $2 billion and its purpose is to intercept, decipher, analyze, and store vast swaths of the world's communication as they go through satellites and underground or on the seas, cable of domestic and worldwide networks. This is similar to the Total Information Awareness Program created during the first term of the Bush administration. That program was first stopped by Congress back in 2003, after it caused an outcry over its potential for invading American privacy. According to Digital Trends, there have been many cases, including a lawsuit against Facebook, due to the site resurfacing all information that people claim that have deleted long ago. Many websites keep data backups and stores so that if something happens, they can recover whatever was lost. As claimed by USA Today in TikTok's related short existence, this app has come under fire for various security weaknesses. Most recently, the app drew criticism for a weak HTTP connection, which delivers content in a faster and simpler way, but it can result in manipulation or interception. In April, TikTok told Forbes a fix was underway. In short, when people post information on social media, it becomes vulnerable. Everyone can see it, even if it is deleted. And we normally don't know the terms and conditions we accept when we register in those sites.
Digital privacy is extremely important for people who have access to the internet and who have implemented its use for any need in our daily life, and because of the a variety of laws and regulations that govern this phenomenon have been implemented around the world, ensuring that all the information and data we voluntarily share not, not only on social network but also on only subscription page and internet in general are safeguarded and no one else have access to them but us. This prevents us from suffering from risk situations in the face of hacks in even impersonation of identity, because events in which these situations have occurred have been of high risk to society. That is why, for example, to access bank accounts, you must answer a series of personal questions that only the owner must know. According to elperiodico.com, our data can be used for commercial purposes or to carry out scams, defamations, and even to facilitate a threat and kidnapping, among others, that attack our security, and also ensures that digital privacy is vital for use to exercise our right to freedom of expression.
Just as my colleague Marta comments, detracting from her argument, our private information can be used for commercial purposes or for scams, threatening our security, and that it is indeed vital that this information is 100% secure. But this is not. The information entered in social network is used as the basis for the algorithms of Facebook. For this to be able to show us content that is tailored to our needs and tastes. Saying it in this way does not seem so bad, right? The problem occurs because it doesn't stop there. Because according to Merca 2.0, these data have come to be used to form part of the communication database and electoral campaign strategies and may influence in the future of a country. In 2018, Facebook provided data from 15 million of its users, of which only 207,000 gave their consent to Cambridge Analytica, a company that was hired by Donald Trump's election campaign team in 2014, and said that the company promised provide they with a database of at least 2 million of voters. This is one of the many examples where you can confirm that our information is not private and companies have the ability to use that data at their convenience.
Privacy on the Internet refers to the control of information that certain user who connects to the network has, interacting with various online services in which they exchange data while browsing voluntarily. This implies that the right of mandate of personal privacy regarding of the storage, reuse provision to third parties, and the display of information through the Internet. These services ask their users about transferring their own data. Although reading of the conditions of use is extensive, everything is always well expressed and available to users who hold their information on highly important data. Privacy may involve personal identified information or non-personal information, such as the behavior of a visitor of a website. Personal identified information refers to any data that can be used to an individual. Virtually everything that is transmitted over the Internet can be archived, including the messages in forums or the files that are consulted at the page that are visited through the resources such as cookies, the use of marketing, spam, and browsers. Internet providers and site operators have the ability to collect such information, and this is necessary for the development of better purchasing, improvement in digital services without the need to do usage of trend surveys, and connect more efficiently to all users with their affinities and improve their communications.
The ignorance of the possibility granted by social network of privacy management, coupled with the complexity that some have to manage such privacy signs, it has unclear to abusive policies. So, what factor can promise user privacy? To question. In the case of personal data, they are data protection files that we have access to at any time in order to exercise our right of rectification or cancellation. According to the Organic Data Protection Law, we have full power over them and can ask for the erased. But this right is not so clear whether the data has been published by another person because it may conflict with the other interests of right, such as the principle of publicity or the freedom of information. So, what exactly is the right to be forgotten?
Restrictions, blockage, levels of access, and sharing of privacy are some of the options that guarantee the user's privacy. Nowadays, social media offer users options like choosing the information they want to make public, select who can see the information and when it can be seen. Talking about the right of oblivion, the users was the right to request the removal of any kind of information that it doesn't want so others can see it. This is what it's called the right of oblivion on the internet. Now talking about the argument of my classmate Veronica, don't you consider that users have educated themselves, have left the habit of using apps without knowing the details of privacy, and in the case of social media have learned how to properly choose how can have access to their information? Isn't it true that kids between 4 and 7 years can manage apps with such a great experience, even sometimes better than some adults?
Answering my partner is the first question user remain irresponsible to the subject of privacy. Even that we live in the age to the people want more followers, brilliant as a result that they share more and accept people they don't know. Answering the second question, such young children should hold on social media because they are not at the age of knowing that what risk that comes why. In addition, apps warn you of the age limit for creating an account. And that is why parents should monitor children's activity on the internet.
After debating this complex topic, we can conclude that having so many social networks at our disposal really depends on us. The use we give them, using all the protection measures that these platforms provide us, we must decide what we show through them. What do we share in our private life? With whom do we do it? In what way do we do it? Knowing that there are things that can be shared and private things that it is better to reserve them and not show them through those platforms because that information can be very misused for other purposes that endanger well-being. It is true that networks are a means of work for many people today. However, everything must have a limit and people must know how far work goes and where it begins to be private life.